Welcome to the Hillsborough Historian. My name is Rex, and anybody with any horse sense knows that this is an iconic year in Big Red history. And when horses start making these videos, you'll know why the class of 1949 is so iconic. This class called themselves the 49ers and adopted a Western theme. Their principal was Vivian Gaither. This yearbook is dedicated to the languages teacher, Sarah Graham. Here is the string ensemble, the majorettes, and the Hillsborough High School cheerleaders. This would be the last year that Coach Crockett Farnell would lead the Hillsborough High School football team. He would receive a plaque, and 5 decades later, a middle school would be named for him. On January 7th, the Underwater Fantasy Banquet was held at the Bayshore Royal Hotel. They had giant clamshells, all kinds of good food, and even a can-can dancer. Also in January, the play Ramshackle Inn was held in the HHS auditorium. The play is about a librarian who takes over a hotel and shenanigans ensue. However, take a look at the great set pieces that were used at this time. It is difficult to imagine all of the great performances that have been held on the auditorium stage. Here we can see ROTC in front of the school, and this is the swim team. This is Hillsborough High School being represented in the Gasparilla Parade. Here is the Hillsborough staff, and they are being led by Mrs. Sweat. Now, one thing you won't see in this yearbook is the clocks in the tower. But after the yearbook had come out on June the 3rd, the memorial clocks were dedicated to the fallen Terriers of World War II. And this is what makes this class so iconic. The Tampa Tribune notes that hundreds are in attendance on the front lawn and that the spirits of the fallen Terriers had returned to their alma mater. It goes on to tell us that there were clearly tears and people thinking of better days, and that a clock and a plaque are a poor exchange for these young lives. It goes on to tell us of 2 tiny boys who will never know their father. They pull on strings and reveal the memorial plaque with the names of Terriers who had fallen in World War II. These pictures are from the 1950 Hillsborough that show the ceremony taking place. It is difficult today to imagine the Big Red without its iconic clocks, but we must also remember those Terriers that gave all in World War II. 10 days after the clock tower ceremony, the 49ers of Hillsborough High graduated at the Fort Homer Hesterly Armory. Well guys, it is time for me to ride off into the sunset, but please take care of yourselves, subscribe to my channel to keep up with all of these HHS videos, and as always, go Big Red.